Hi guys, today we are discuss abstraction in the Java. The last video we had discussed the polymorphism, overriding, overloading. Today we are discuss the abstraction in the Java. The abstraction is the definition. The abstract is the process of hiding the implemented details and show only the functionality to the user. The another way, it is only the initially things to the user and hide the internal details. For example, the TV remote. We can change the channel, we can change the volume level, etc. You are not required to know the internet details of remote to work it is used properly. The types of abstraction. The abstraction is the two types: abstraction, abstract class and interface. Abstract class 0 to 100% the actual abstraction. And interface is 100% abstraction. The abstract class. A class is which the declare a abstract is not an abstract class. It can be have abstract non-abstract method. It need to be extend and the method will be implemented. It cannot be initialized. The abstract class must be declare the abstract here. This is the abstract key points will be discussed in the also Eclipse. It can be a abstract non-abstract method. It cannot be the initialize. It can be a constructor and static method also. It can be have final which we can force to subclass not to change the method. Let's see the example in Eclipse. This is the class of the test abstract and one main method. I created one abstract class max and we can define the one abstract method. Few abstract class inside the abstract non-abstract method we can define. So I created one abstract method sum. When you created non-abstract method, we need to the implementation also in the abstract class. So let's see. I created one class public void divide. So you need to when abstract class you need to the implementation in the non-abstract class. So this is a non-abstract class. The implementation in the inside the class. That is why the abstract class is the only the functionality. So one new class sum extend math. I create the method of calculate. So the class can extend the abstract class. So the override the method also. And one method is created sum. One you also one class created divide and extend math class. The abstract child class will be the method we override. So we have created new class divided. Let's see the word one by one the key points in the abstract class is in the create the abstract here. It can be abstract non-abstract method defined. It cannot be initialized. Let's see the abstract class can initialize or not initialize. So one create the math and equal to math. The error will be shown. It cannot be initialized. The second is points. Okay. This is the abstract class cannot initialize. So we reference of the child and the method will be called. The same as the another method of divide. The output will be common sum and divided. So we have created the abstract class to the extend the child class to the implementation and the output will become. So the abstract class we can create the constructor also. Let's see. First we created the non-abstract class public void. The method name is not calculate. You need to create the body. So non-abstract class we need to the declaration the in the same class. So we declare in non-abstract non-calculation. Okay. When create the one constructor max. We can define the abstract class the static method also. So this is the no error will become in the abstract class we can be create the constructor. We can be define the non-static method and the abstract class is not initialized. That is why this method will not call. So all point will be clear. Let's see the we can have the final method which the force of the subclass not the change the body of the method. Let's see example. The one abstract class we created. The final one method created. The error will become. The error will become this the final method and is also here define the final. The error remains same because the abstract class cannot the child class can override the method. all key point the completed. Let's see the second, the interface. The interface in the Java, as the interface is the blueprint of the class. It is static, constant, abstract method. So all this method, the interface is the public, static, final, constant method. Here is the key points. The interface only the abstract method in interface, not the method of body. Only the declaration in the abstract class cannot the implementation. The Java the interface also represent the IS relationships. The Java in the two type of relationships. The IS relationship is the parent to child, and another has a relationship is a one class to insert the another class the variable that is called the has relationship. In the Java, the interface is the IS relationships, the parent to child. It cannot be initialized just like the abstract class. The same as the main method is cannot be initialized to create the child object of reference. And since for Java 8, we can be have create the default static method in the interface. In Java, we can create the private method interface. Let's see the examples. One class, new class will be created and test of interface. The all method will be no need to require. I will show all the example. Let's see. This is the one main method. I define the interface. The interface name is max. One method is defined. Is for example, public void sum. This is one method defined. You define not define the interface is always method the public static method. It is a not effective. By default is the JVM will be provide all. You can create the static. It's not problem. Public abstract method you define not define. So I create the child class in the sum. The interface is that cannot exchange the implementations. Implemented by max. So the method will be override. Abstract method will be override. You define the sum. Same as the divide method. Let's create the key points also. We can check as the interface check we analyze a node. The compiling error will become it cannot be analyzed. So we create the child reference sum and call the method. Same as the divide method also we call.
Let's say output the sum and divide it. The issue will become the same packages that create the same class. That is how issue will become. Now we are solved it. So let's see. The interface of all method is the public abstract method. To define not defined. This is the key of one will be clear. The default method will can define. The default method is the created because the implementation cost doesn't affect it. Static void multiplication that create the implementation required. Create the setting method multiplication. So the implementation class doesn't affect it and they created the one class sum and divided. So their method also can be override own way. The interface can be defined the static method also. This is the use to the static method. The interface does not need to create the object. It directly create the method. So we are discuss on interface can be create the static method also. Interface can be create the different method also. You can also create the private method, the interface. And last is the why use the interface. The interface is the actual abstraction is 100%. By compared to the abstract class, there is a performance compares the interface the hard. By interface can be the support the function of the multiple narratives. So interface one create the class. We can be implement one class and also one interface when we create the one class one ex, one new interface can be the extend another interface. It can be used to the actual loosely coupling is the main of reason. The last is the what is the difference between the abstract class and interface. The abstract class can be the abstract non-abstract method. Interface only the abstract method. In Java, it the default static method also supported. Abstract class does not support the multiple inheritance. Our interface can be the support of multiple inheritance. The abstract class can be the final, non-final, static, non-static method variables. The interface only the static final variables. You define and not define. The same as the method. You can be define or define. All method is the public abstract method. Abstract class can be the implementation of the interface. The interface cannot the implementation of the abstract class. Abstract class can be used to declare the abstract keyword. Interface declare used to the interface. Abstract class can be the extend the another class and implement by the multiple Java interface. The interface can be extend only the Java interface. The abstract class can be extend the keyword of the extend. Interface can be the implement the keyword and abstract class. The abstract class can be the implement like the private portrait. The method only the interface the public defaultly. The Java interface class can be the private portrait. The variable is the Java interface the public by default. Like the video, like, subscribe and comment. Thank you.